Hey guys, Adam here from Lawn Hub and welcome back to episode 3 of this series. Today we're going to go through how the lawn's recovered from the heavy top dress and what we're going to do next, so stick around. So yeah, as I said last episode, it was a heavy top dress. Now, because we were smart and strategic about how we're going to do this, we ensured that the lawn was already feeding before the pre-skip or the second scap and the top dress. So that meant that the lawn was already vigorously growing. Match that with the awesome weather that we had last week. The soil temps were up. It meant that recovery was very quick. Now, this is just 7 days on since episode 2 and the lawn has come back magnificently, very fast. The growth, especially behind the camera, which we'll go to in a sec, is the best deep dark green color that lawn has had since we've moved in. So what that shows to me is that we've done the right thing. Now, normally today, after about 7 days, once we've had green leaf come back, we'll do an application of roots and shoots. However, you've probably heard it or can see it, but the wind is just too heavy today, so it'd be irresponsible to spray. We've got cars, we've got all sorts, we've got camera equipment. But a quick tip, so we've got the nozzle upgrade kit here. If it was a little bit windy, with weather permitting, you could use the air induction nozzle, which would give a larger droplet size to do a fertilizer application to try and keep it down in the wind. Unfortunately, the wind is too high today, so I'm going to have to get Riley to do that later on in the week once the wind's died down. But if there was only a little bit of wind and you had a small window of spraying, you could use the air induction nozzle to spray roots and shoots in this situation. Otherwise, in low wind to no wind conditions, the standard flat fan would be suffice. So over this side, color is magnificent. It's really deep dark green. That's the color that we're chasing. Also, you would have noticed that these areas here, sort of like they're bubbling. So that's fine because we went so heavy. What we're going to do today as well is we're going to go over the lawn level, over the whole lawn, just to wash in that last little bit. Then normally what we'd do is apply roots and shoots, but unfortunately, like I said, the wind, we can't do that. Now this section here, the damaged section, it's going to be bare because there's nothing there. There's only the sand there. So what we'll probably do is once the lawn's fully recovered, we'll take plugs from healthy parts of the lawn and then just plug it in these areas, and we'll show you how to do that and the process of that. And then over time, this will fill in and we'll have a nice patch-free lawn. Now, one of the questions that we were getting was how much water do you put on after a reno like this? Now, we've just been doing 3 watering applications weekly, so Monday, Wednesday, Friday, for 40 minutes each zone. So there's 2 zones out here. It equates to about 30-35 mil of water for the week with the nozzle selection that is here at Lawn Hub HQ. After that, once the lawn's fully recovered, we can back the watering down a little bit by about 10 or 15 mil, down to that 20-25 mil of water. Mowing, if we didn't have such a heavy top dress, we could probably mow today, but we're going to hold off on mowing. Now what that means is that the first mow that we do after this reno, we might get a little bit of scalping, but that's okay, we can deal with that. And then once it's fully recovered and we're happy with the recovery, we're happy with the color, and we're happy with the with everything else about the lawn, we're going to PGR it and we'll go through that as well. So now I'll start on that end. We'll get the lawn level out, we'll just go over the top, brush in the remaining of this sand, and we'll go from there. the camera may not have been able to do that justice, but just by moving that sand, it's actually, recovery's a lot better than, or it's a lot more than probably meets the eye with the sand on top. Now, you may have noticed these light green patches. It's completely fine. That's because there was such a heavy top dress there. But the lawn is coming back. Now, I did say, well, I don't know if I mentioned it, but I wasn't going to mow today. This area, we're actually mowing with a battery Makita mower, which I'll go grab because I think this area will benefit from having the lawns, from having a cut, sorry. And look, that's a real entry battery mower. Clint paid full tote on it, so it'd just be good to, you know, obviously it'd be nice to have all these manicured lawns all around Australia, but reality is not everyone has a cylinder mower. So this area I'm going to dedicate to using that Makita battery mower because it's more in line with, it's closer to what I suppose most people would use, being a rotary mower. So we just want to, you know, be able to show that you don't need a fancy mower as well. But of course, the lawn behind me, that's going to be the centerpiece. That's going to be the money shot, as we call it. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. So I'll go put the level away and I'll go get the battery mower. DLM 330. So it just requires one 18-volt lithium battery. What's it got? It's got a single blade, and it's on the lowest setting, which I'm not sure what millimeter it is. Look, we're not going to get a lot off, but it's just about nipping the top off. So see how we go. That's pretty good. So, look, for a very, very budget entry-level battery mower, like, I can't complain with that. The beauties of using a rotary mower is you're not going to damage your cylinder blades by mowing, because we did get a bit of sand. But where I'm standing, this colour and the way that it's cut, it's done a very good job. So I'm very happy with that. If you had a bigger lawn than this, I'm not sure that that's the battery mower for you. But if you had a little courtyard and you had an area this big, and if you've already got the Makita tools, so it means you've already got the batteries, I'd definitely consider that. But I'm not going to mow the other one because this lawn is a little higher than that one because we've cut it with that one previously, with that Makita mower here previously. So in order to get a cut over there, we need to use a cylinder mower, which we're not going to do today. I will, because I'm actually going away today, which is Wednesday, so I won't be able to spray the lawn, but if the wind does die down by Thursday or Friday or possibly Monday, I'll get Riley to come out here and spray. And look, the quality is not going to be great because Izzy's got the great camera and we'll probably just use a phone just to show you us spraying it, and it'll just be Riley just spraying the whole lawn. If he doesn't spray because of the wind or he is unable to capture it, this roots and shoots application will be on the leaf to dry, so we won't need to water it in afterwards. So once it's become dry, you can then continue your normal irrigation cycle. So that'll be it for today's video. Not a long one today. Lawns don't run on a schedule, and today things haven't 100% gone to schedule with the wind. That is, unfortunately, that is just the way things go sometimes. So we're just gonna have to hold out on this wind before we get a roots and shoots application down. I suspect that next video we'll be laying some stripes in that lawn because it will be lush green growth. It'll be that fresh growth after reno, and that's when the mower really beds in those stripes for the lawn. And this one will continue mowing with that Makita mower. If you have any questions about what we're doing here, what we've done, make sure you get it down in the comment section below, and make sure you subscribe for more because there's a lot of project work happening at this site, so stay tuned for more.